had some of the coaching staff and performance staff from England Rugby. Calvin Morris is the head of performance in England Rugby, and then Jonathan Bloomfield's their sports scientist. They brought some other coaching staff with them as well.
And how did that come about?
I've known Calvin and Johnny for a little while now through some of the times that they've been in Australia with their test against the Wallabies. And I've had a fair bit to do with Jonathan Bloomfield with some other work that I've done in the UK.
We train in London, and we've got a game on Saturday against France in the Six Nations, and we knew St George was training here at Wasps. Our day off today worked well for us, so we thought we'd come down and have a look what the top end of Rugby League are doing.
Oh, we know a couple of the guys that work with the support staff there, Andrew the physio and Jeremy the fitness coach. And we're always keen as an organisation to try and meet up with other teams that have got obviously very good records, good support staff, and just share ideas and about training, how you look after the guys, how you try and keep them in peak condition as often as required, which is pretty much week in and week out in both sports. So yeah, and the fact that you guys are half an hour down the road from where we're training at the moment was just a great opportunity to catch up with the boys and have a look at a training session.
Yeah, I've met Wayne a couple of times now. I actually played in Queensland in my Rugby League days, played for the Crushers and met him then, and he remembered, and we just had swapped a few old stories, but mainly we were just talking about the modern day coach, and the coaching the modern day player. So it was good. He's got a wealth of experience, and anything that you can pick up off him is all worthwhile.
And I suppose you talk about that technology. These days there's the heart rate monitors, GPS units, tracking device, that type of thing. Are they the similar types of things that you guys are using as well? Yeah,
got to be honest. I think League led the way there, AFL as well. But back in Australia with the initial use of GPS, we've finally, unions kind of take that on board as well over here. So we're pretty much in early stages of use of the GPS units in games, but for training that's been for a little while longer now. But yeah, same kind of devices and the same kind of numbers we're trying to look at as well.
Yeah, particularly in Australia. The two major GPS companies are from Australia. We use one of them, and our analyst at our club is probably the leading person in that area.
Can you ever see yourself going back into Rugby League, or are you pretty much now set?
I'm happy where I am for sure. But when you've got a family full of boys, and like the youngest playing Rugby League, you still take a massive interest in this. This is why I'm down here today, and I brought the other rugby union staff who work with me. They've come down to have a look. Massively interested in it. You just said never say never. In terms of when you're a coach, when you're looking for jobs.
I suppose also you've got to be very open to things as a coach. Other sports, what other sports are doing, and Rugby League being the nearest one to rugby union. I suppose you're particularly interested in that.
Yeah, I think so, and I think. As a coach, you never stop learning. That's one thing I've found out. I've been coaching now for 15 years near on, and the more experience I get, the more coaching I do, the more I realise how little I know. And it's by coming to other sports, especially league for me, that you find out what the latest technique is, or the latest tactical awareness is, in the sport, which is we can relate to our game. I think Steve McNamara, the England coach, came into camp with us last week. He was in for 2 or 3 days.
Oh, really?
So we watched videos together, we exchanged ideas, and so that was fantastic, both for him and me, and hope to do it more often.